Yeah, okay. 나 혹시 몰라 경고하는데 잘 들어 지금 위험해 So dangerous 자꾸 나를 자극하지 마 나도 날 몰라.
Alright, welcome back to another Kpop lyrics breakdown. We're breaking down EXO's Ururong, which means literally growl. It's a sound that Koreans use for dogs or wolves. Okay, so generally the song is just kind of about the singers being like wolves because they love this girl so much. They're very animalistic. They feel so dangerous, like a wolf. Okay, maybe even a werewolf. I don't know. But anyways, let's get right into it. So na means I. 혹시 is perhaps. And you hear this a lot with Koreans in the beginning of sentences because they don't like to be direct. They like to say, perhaps you like some tea instead of would you like some tea? Okay, so 나 혹시, perhaps I. 몰라 means I don't know or you don't know, depending on who the subject is. And then 경고하다. 경고하다 means to warn. And this 는데 here means but. Now I put it in brackets because it doesn't really mean but in the sense. It's just Koreans like to end sentences with conjunctions like because or and or but. And this is just one example, okay? In English it sounds funny, right? You can't say I will warn you but ... But in Korean it's completely normal. So this first sentence here, it just means perhaps you don't know, so I'm warning you, but 잘 들어, listen well. So 잘 means well and 들어 means listen. It's the conjugated form of 듣다. 듣다 means to listen. 잘 들어, please listen. Listen well. You'll hear teachers or parents say that to their kids a lot. 지금 is now, and 위험해 means dangerous. And that's, they gave you the English one, so dangerous. They whisper it. Okay. 자꾸 is like often or always. 나를, so 나 again is I, and 를 is just a direct object particle. 자극하지 마. Okay, so 자극하다 means to arouse or to stimulate. And when you add 지마 after a verb, it just means to don't do it. So 가지마 means don't go. 자극하지마 means don't stimulate me or don't arouse me. So please don't stimulate me often. 큰 일나. So what does 큰 일나 mean? 크다 means big. This ni은 makes it an adjective to describe 일. And 일 just means like thing or event. So 큰 일, big event. 나. And na has many meanings. 나다 depends on what noun you use it with. But we're using it with 큰 일. That means a big event will happen. A big deal will happen. Okay, if you keep stimulating me, something really big will happen. And then 나도 날 몰라. So 나 is I, 도 is like even I, and then 날 몰라 means don't know myself, because 나 is also I, and this 를 here is just the contracted form of 를. So actually 나를 and 날 are the same thing. If you say 나를 very quickly, it becomes 날. Okay, so 나도 날 몰라 means even I don't know myself. 날. Okay, so this whole part is basically saying, perhaps you didn't know, so I'm warning you. Please listen carefully. Right now it's very dangerous. Please stop stimulating me often because something big is going to happen and I don't even know what's going to happen. Okay, even I don't know myself. All right, let's keep it moving on. So far, so good.
숨이 자꾸 멎는다 네가 날 향해 걸어온다 나를 보며 웃는다 너도 내게 끌리는지.
Okay, so this next part, 숨이 자꾸 멎는다. So 숨 means breath. Okay, but if you want to say breathing, you have to say 숨을 쉬어요, because 숨 is just actually a noun, it's not a verb. Okay, so 숨 is breath, and this is a subject particle. 자꾸 we just learned, it means like often or all the time. 멎는다, so 멎는다, 숨이 멎다 just means like it's stopped, like your breathing stopped. Okay, 멎는다. So which is why I was like speculating, are they referring to a werewolf? Like you saw the moon and then you stop breathing and you're going right, about to transform. 니가 means you. 나, like I told you, means I. Okay, with the direct object particle, right? 향해 means like direction. So my direction. So you in my direction. 걸어온다. So 걷다. When you conjugate it, becomes 걸어, means to walk. 걸어온다. 온다 is just basically 오다 with the ni은 here. So it means walking and coming. So walking my way. So you in my direction are walking my way. That's basically you're approaching me. 나를, again, that's the same thing as 날. I so actually me, 보며. So 보다 means to see, and 며 means it's a short form of like 면서. It means like while. Like this action and this action are happening at the same time. So you're looking at me and smiling. 웃다. 웃다 means to smile. 나를 보며 웃는다. You're looking at me and smiling. And then 너도. So you too. 내게, that means like towards me. Okay. 내게, it sounds like kind of another, it could also sound like a I, but in this sense it means towards me. Okay. So 너도 내게 끓이는지. So 끓이다 means to drag or pull or attract something. Okay. So in this sense it's actually attract. Like not like you're not grabbing them to towards yourself, but you're attracting them with like, you know, your beauty or whatever, your aura. So there's nunji. Sorry, I just burped a little bit there. And I burped again. Apologize. 미안해. Nunji, you'll see at the end of verbs. If it's not followed up with any kind of word after it, it just kind of means like you're not sure, or it could be like a question. So that's why I put in brackets, don't know. So are you attracting me too? That's what it kind of means here. You as well, like towards me, 끓이는지, you're like attracting me, you're tempting me, right? Are you attracting me? Are you trying to tempt me? That's what it means. Okay, great. So far the lyrics are pretty easy. Let's keep going. All right, sorry, let's move back a bit. Just passed by a little bit. Boop. Okay, so 눈 앞이. So 눈 is eye and 앞 means like in front. And this is just a subject particle. So in front of my eyes, 다 is all. And 캄캄해 is conjugate form of 캄캄하다, which means dark. So in front of my eyes is all dark. 네가 again is you. So 뚫어줘라 is kind of hard to explain. 뚫다, right? 뚫 and this da after it. It just means to be like piercing. Like you use 뚫다 to, it's a verb. For example, if you pierce your ears, you say 뚫어요. Okay? 뚫어줘라 is like becoming piercingly. And 쳤다보다 means to stare or to look. Actually, not really stare. 쳤다보다 means kind of to glance. Okay, but it's something to do with look. So I can't really explain how this whole part works. 뚫어줘라, 쳤다보다. But just means it just means like your look or your glance is very piercing, like into my heart. Okay. 네가 뚫어줘라, 쳤다볼 땐. And this 릴 and 때 together, it means when. Okay. So if you see this after a verb, it just means when I was doing that. Okay. So, or if you see it as an adjective, you mean when it was at that state. So a common one is 어렸을 때. 어렸을 때. They have a real and a 때. It just means when I was young, because 어리다 means young. Okay. 어렸을 때. So this is when you are staring at me with your piercing look, right? 귓가에. So 귓가에. 귓 is like your ear, and 귓가 actually just means your ear. And this is 에, which is a location particle. So in my ear, 가까워진. So 가깝다. When you conjugate 가깝다, 가깝다, which means close, it becomes 가까워. 가까워. And this 지다, it just means like getting. So getting closer. So towards my ear, getting closer. 숨 소리. 숨 is breathing. I mentioned that before. And 소리 means sound. So your breathing sound. So in my ear, you're closely, your breathing sound's getting closer. And then 날 means I or me. 미치게 만든다. So this 미치다 means crazy. 미치게 만든다 means makes me crazy. Okay? Because 게 is an adverb, just means like crazily. And 만들다 actually. 만들다 means to make. But when you ever follow like a verb with a rir, for the most part, there are exceptions, I think. With a word that starts with a nian, the rir is gone. That's why you don't see it. Okay, but actually the verb is 만들다. 만드는 너인 걸. Why is there a nian here in the first place? Well, this nian makes 만들다 describing 너인 걸. And no just means you, and 인걸 is a way of saying it is. It's just you. Okay. This ida is actually, this e is actually ida, but you combined it with niun and gor, which I don't know how to explain it. Just trust me. Okay, so me making me crazy is you. So it's you that's making me crazy. That's what it means, okay? All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so right before the chorus, we have 아무도 널 못 보게, which means I don't want to show you to anyone. So 아무도 means like anyone, okay? You'll see 아무 before any kind of word, any kind of noun. It just means any and that noun. For example, 아무 소리 means any noise, okay? But if there's nothing there, just think of anything or anyone. So 아무도, like not even anybody. 널 is a contracted form, of 너를. It's shortened, right? 너를, 널. And then 못 보게. So 못 means don't or can't, and 보게, 보다 means to look. And this 게 here, it has two different functions, main functions at least. Sometimes it makes a verb into an adverb, but in this case, it makes it, it functions as the, kind of translates into the English word as to others, make others. So 보게 means to make others see. So 못 보게 means to not let others see, to not make people see. So that's why this translates to as I'm not going to let you, not going to make others or let others see you. 아무도 널 못 보게. So very selfish, right? 품에 is like your chest, and 에 is a location particle. 감추고 싶어. 감추다 means to hug or hold, and 고 싶어 means I want to. So I want to hold you in my 품에, my chest. Pretty easy. 널 is, your. 노리는 시선들. Okay, so 노리다 means like aiming, but this 는 makes it an adjective. So kind of I translate it to aimful, which is not. I'm not sure it works in English. Your aimful 시선. 시선 is like your sight, your eyesight, and 들 just makes it plural. Okay, so your aiming eyesight. What does it do to me? 내 안에, my insides. 내 is mine. 안에 means inside. 일어난. So 일어나다 means to rise up or stand up. So your aimful sight is making something inside me rise. Okay, and this niun just makes it an adjective describing what? Kosen. Kosen is a big wind, and 소용돌이 is a whirlpool. So your stare makes something rise inside me like a big wind, like a whirlpool. Okay, all right, let's make it to the chorus. All right, so let's go back a slight bit and let's look at the chorus. Okay, and they repeat it quite a bit, so you have a chance to listen to it over and over again, and try to get it down in your mind. So common, common means black. There's 2 or 3 different ways to say black. You can say 감았다 or anything, but anyways, this is one way to say it. Common. For example, when you say black belt, you say 검은 허리띠. Okay, so this means black. This is actually kind of it makes this an adjective to describe this. So black what? 그림자. 그림자 is a shadow. So the black shadow, 내 안에, my inside. We just talked about this in the previous stanza. 깨어나. So 깨어나다 means to awaken. Okay, so 깨다 means to awake, and 깨어나다 means to awaken. That means it's a passive form if you study grammar. Okay. 널 means like you, or 보는. That means to see, and this 는 makes it an adjective. So this describes 두 눈, 두 눈에. 두 means two, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 눈 means eyes. So this whole phrase means my 2 eyes that see you. 널 보는 두 눈에. Okay, because 널 보는 describing the 2 eyes. So my 2 eyes that see you. 불꽃이 튄다. So 불꽃 means fireworks. Pul is actually fire, and kot is flower. So they call it fire flower in Korean. Pulkoshi, this is a subject particle, and tinda. Twida means to like explode. Okay, so my two eyes, I see you. There are fireworks that are exploding. 그녀 means that girl. 곁에서, 곁에 means like beside, and 곁에서 is like a location particle. So beside that girl, 모두 is all. 다 means all. So 모두 다, they both mean all. You put it together, it just means all. Okay. And 물어나 means stand back. Okay. And 이젠 means right now. 이제는, right? 이제는 just contracted to 이젠, right? Right now. 조금씩 is a little bit. 조금 means a little, and 씩 just means like bit by bit. And 사나워진다. So 사납다 means like to fierce. And I told you before, when you add 치다 to an adjective, it means like getting, becoming, right? So 춥다, like 추워요, means cold, and 추워지다 means like getting cold. So here 사나워진다 means getting fierce. Now a little bit, I'm getting fierce, right? That's why I thought they're referring to a werewolf. All right, let's keep it moving to the next part, which we are listening to. It's 으르렁, na is I, and here we have 으르렁 때, which just means I growl. Okay, and then 너 물어서지 않으면. Okay, so no is you. 물어서다 means like step back. 치 않다, when you add it to a verb, it means like don't. And this 으면 means if. So if you don't step back. 물어서지 않으면 다쳐도 몰라. 다쳐 means to be hurt. 다치다 is the correct verb, right? Is the, what do you call that? The infinitive verb. And 또 몰라. This is, 몰라 means I don't know. And 또 몰라 is a very common combination. This means like you can say it when you don't know, when you're not sure if something's going to happen, or you're not sure if something is true. Okay, so for example, you can say 좋아할지도 몰라. So maybe he's liking you, or I don't even know. I don't know if he likes you, right? But yeah, so 다쳐도 몰라 means I don't even, you might get hurt. I don't know if you'll get hurt, okay, if you don't stand back. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, actually that's it. I was thinking of doing a second verse, but the video is going to run really long. So we'll keep it at that. Again, thanks for checking out my videos. If you like what I do, please subscribe. I don't know, spread to your friends, especially those who are learning Korean. But yeah, 너무 고마워요. And 다음에 봐요.